Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a brand new video where today we're going to be doing day 27 of Failed Film February. And the film that we're going to be talking about today is called Honest Thief. This is a 2020 movie starring Liam Neeson, and it is one of many, many action films that Liam Neeson has done, especially in recent years after, Taken, The Commuter, and Ice Road, and Cold Pursuit. He's done a lot of action movies, and I enjoy a lot of them. Like all the ones that I've seen have at least been somewhat enjoyable. Like the only one that I can really say I didn't really like was like Cold Pursuit. I mean that one was kind of like meh, but Taken's great, The Commuter's good, and this one's decent. So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this movie other than, it's a fun action movie and Liam Neeson always makes action movies fun, and I hope this guy, just keeps making action movies forever. There was a rumor at one point that he was like retiring from them, but I don't know. I mean, I hope he keeps doing them for as long as possible. So yeah, Liam Neeson definitely like carries this movie a lot, just because like he has like a certain way about him that just like infects all of his movies that he's in, especially like action movies, because like he shows like the determination to like get what he wants, and he has like that ability to like have that good presence of like being able to intimidate people. He just like has this like attitude, and he shares this like passion for like protecting the ones he loves here, with his girlfriend that he has, and showing that he really cares. And I just think like he's such a good actor, and he really like helps make these movies good. Even though this movie isn't like all that great, but like I have to just like really show appreciation for this guy. And I mean, like, it is like a fairly, easy to watch movie that's kind of like at a good pace, and I found it didn't really get boring that much, and I generally just like had a good time with it. Like, I had like no issue with like watching this. Just, it felt like paced in a certain way with like how the plot was like laid out, and it felt like it was done in a way that was enjoyable. Now, I will say, I almost didn't watch this movie. I almost watched The Secret Life of Walter Mitty instead of this, but I couldn't watch that because that DVD is region locked that I had, so it was restricted to like another region, so I couldn't watch it because of that. I chose this, and it's just on Amazon Prime. So yeah, and this film is enjoyable, but it's also not perfect, I will say. And the big thing for me that got to me was the villain in this story, played by Jai Courtney, who is just like an absolute like wacko who just like goes off the deep end, that I just like can't get behind and can't like enjoy, just because like he's so like insane and illogical with like the way he is and like the decisions he makes, and just doesn't feel right, doesn't make any sense. And like this, the whole thing about this is that like Liam Neeson's trying to like return this money that he stole to try to like clear his name and whatnot, and this guy played by Jai Courtney essentially wants to steal that money because why not? You don't get money like this often. Nothing good's gonna happen to this money. It's just gonna sit in a storage facility. So let's take it. That's his whole mindset, and because of this, he kills one of his teammates. He's like going after Liam Neeson. He's going after Liam Neeson's girlfriend. He's just like doing all these like crazy things, and you're like, what? Like, and Jai Courtney, man, like I don't like his performance in this at all. Like I just think he's really like an irritating villain to have in this. Speaking of people who play villains, Robert Patrick is in this, and I have to say, like, I wish he was in this more because he is great for like the few minutes that he's there, and I enjoy him there. But like they totally like shaft his character, in favor of these other subpar characters played by like Jeffrey Donovan and whatnot, and they're just like those characters are kind of like but like Robert Patrick was like good in this, but he just like wasn't there that much, which just kind of like sucks. So yeah, then you have like this Jai Courtney character who's just ugh, it's not good. And one of the biggest cliches that's always bothered me so much that I keep seeing in so many movies is the classic, this character doesn't want to believe the other character cliche. And it's infected so many movies. And it's especially prevalent here because it's kind of like the whole basis for this entire movie is because this guy, Liam Neeson, wants to, turn himself in. He wants to confess to being this burglar and give back all this money, but no one wants to believe him. So, like, people are like, oh, it's just a prank. Like, people call in all the time claiming to be that guy. He has, like, all the proof. He's, like, saying, like, I did it. This is how I did it. He's, like, explaining himself, trying to, like, give evidence for it and everything. And trying to, like, prove that it really was him. And they're just, like, not buying it. It's just, like, it just pisses me off when, that gets, like, used so often like that. And especially, like, here, just because of, like, how prevalent it is. And the other thing I have to say is the ending to this kind of wasn't that good. Because, like, Liam Neeson action movies always, like, feel like they should be, like, exciting and play out in, like, a really fun way. But this one, like, doesn't. Like, it just, like, doesn't, end in, like, a really fun way as much as I hoped it would. It's just kind of like, huh. So that's how it ends. Okay. I guess that's alright. But yeah, I still enjoy this. I mean, I did not mind putting this on at all. I mean, I'm glad I chose to watch it. I could, like, keep watching all these Liam Neeson action movies, like, forever. Like, I always enjoy them. So yeah, I'm going to give this movie a 7.1 out of 10. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.